fans always are interacting with him. They love this guy. You know, what he means to the organization. You see him signing autographs. He's always having fun with his fans. He means a lot to this club.
And he is also a very savvy on-the-ball defender. He'll turn a crossover into a turnover if you try it against him.
This is a one-and-done trip for Minnesota before going back to their Timberwolves fans up in Minneapolis. We've continued to see the pieces come together for this team, and they seem to be picking up steam.
Well, they're hot right now, guys. I mean, they've been on a big-time roll. And coming into this game, I would say this is probably the best basketball that they've played this year.
That's what their recent games would indicate, Steve. I mean, they've been basically invincible. It's really been a showcase of just how dominant this team can be when they're clicking on all cylinders.
He dishes it to Love. Love off a pick from Pekovic. Love can't hit. The Minnesota Timberwolves coming to this one after the win against the Thunder.
And what that game came down to, guys, was their ability to use that three-point shot so effectively.
The work they did on the perimeter was absolutely outstanding. Way too much for that defense.
Here's Miracle Man. The game against Oklahoma City, very impressive. The 10-footer. They get it again. Jang lays it up and banks it in. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
Gorgui Dieng, the Big East Defensive Player of the Year, anchored the #1 defense in the nation last year at Louisville. 6'11", has a 9'3" standing reach. Really good instincts as a shot blocker. And I'll tell you what, he's a better passer and offensive player than a lot of people give him credit for. Little touch of class there, guys. The end of that play with the finger roll.
J.J. Barea is checked in for Minnesota. And Jang, a native of Senegal, the MVP of the 2009 Basketball Without Borders camp in South Africa. You were just talking about that the other day.
Yeah, Without Borders doing a much better job of finding, developing talent in Africa, Kevin. And he's not just a defender, folks. This kid is really pretty good offensively. I think he's going to surprise a lot of people with his production.
Anderson with the ball, now guarded by Miracle Man. The kick out to Anderson, and he gets the bucket. Anderson's got 8 points. And Minnesota has possession, trailing by 2. Last time they met was in Minnesota.
And what caused them to lose that last matchup was the mistakes. I mean, they just committed too many turnovers, and they were sloppy with the ball, and that's why they lost.
Outside Turner. The dish to Anderson. Allen kicks to White. The feed to Brown. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Turner. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. And sloppy play call to be avoided at all costs.
Kevin, just take care of the ball. That's what you want to tell him. Just take care of the ball. Don't throw weak passes. Don't be careless. Don't telegraph your passes. If you keep your focus mentally, you won't make those kinds of careless mistakes.
Moultrie checked in for Philadelphia.
Well, you have to get a hand into his face because that's his range right there.
That drops. And the 76ers lead by 4.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
Yeah, me too, Clark. I think anytime you have success pounding the ball inside, you got to continue to go to the well.
Well, there's a new ownership group in Philadelphia as of 2011, and in this offseason, they pulled the trigger and brought in new leadership in the front office. Looks like they're jumping on the analytics bandwagon, hiring the former brain trust of the Houston Rockets.
Johnson, he's checked in for Minnesota. Turner up top, guarded by Barea. Turner passes to Orton. That one goes. Count. Orton's got his first basket. Timberwolves trail by 4. And back to the Sixers. I guess for the Wall Street ownership group, going mathematical is something they were, stay pretty comfortable with.
It's something that a lot of teams are going to now, Kevin. New owners, a lot of them businessmen, they want to turn to math to try to figure this whole thing out. Bottom line, though, is it's a combination. It's not just stats. It's talent, stats, chemistry, coaching, a lot of things that goes into winning.
Minnesota making a switch here. Cunningham's checked in. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
Yeah, that's 4 straight trips, guys, where their passes have ended up in scores. 4 straight assists. Great team play.
Anderson dishes to Turner. A 3-ball. Anderson's shot is off. Looking at Philadelphia, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Trailblazers.
You know, on an ordinary night, I think they would have come out on top in that game. That's how well they played, but they just happened to run into a club that was playing at the top of its game.
And Steve, I think they get the win if that game had been at home instead of on the road.
And the 76ers making a change here. Uwal's checked in.
You know, he's as close to a sure thing as you can possibly have when he steps to the line.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
And it's Turner off the drive. A 3 from Anderson. The rebound by Johnson. Here's Miracle Man. And we've reached the end of the